The Largely Garbage podcast is brought to you by W Energy. W is a powder-based jitterless energy drink with zero sugar and zero artificial dyes. If you don't know what flavor to buy, there's a sampler pack, or you can get the mystery bundle, where they'll send you a random tub and a random shaker cup. I personally ordered the Cherry Blossom bundle because the cup was really cool, and I can't wait to try their pomegranate blossom flavor. Use coupon code STAYTRASH for 10% off your purchase and checkout. That's STAYTRASH, all caps, no spaces. Thank you, W, for being our first ever sponsor.
Oh, hi. Thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
Welcome back to the Largely Garbage podcast. I am, as always, your host, and I am here with the other host, Mr. RJ.
I'm eating mac and cheese. What's up, guys?
He's eating mac and cheese. In other words, my ass. Today we've got a very, very wholesome episode. Today we're going to talk about love. We're going to talk about love.
Talk about love. Come on, guys. Anybody out there?
Who's in love around here? Who's in love?
You got a nice little ass, nigga. Give me your ass, nigga.
Did you press
No,
it too?
it's yeah, I did.
There's no
I
way
did.
we both pressed it.
Crazy. It's crazy that we were both thinking the same thing.
I gotta get rid of that button. It's causing too much commotion. Sorry for the echoed aggression. So today we've got love. We've got some meat. I got some meat cutes on Reddit. We've got a couple of meat cutes of our own that we want to talk about, but. Rashid, this is kind of your episode topic. Do you have anything specific prepared for this one?
So, to start off, I was going to have us just talk about our first
loves?
Like, what was your... Well, no, I won't even say first loves. What was your first interpretation of love? Like, your first interaction that you were like, oh, this is what love is. What was your, like... mind-blowing experience that made you realize what love was?
Honestly, I don't want to sound gay here, but it was
me.
No, it was you guys.
Oh,
I think it was it's got to be like Narnia. You know,
yeah,
the little forest. If you guys don't know what we're talking about when we say Narnia, it was just this forest that we used to play at and used to, hang out at. And that's got to be the that's got to be where I really realize I'm like, these guys aren't going away anytime soon, and I don't know what I would do without these people. I think that was the first time I really experienced love outside of my own family,
Yeah, the reason I reacted the way I did is because that was gonna be my answer. I actually tell Taylor and Kendall all the time. Shout out Taylor and Ken.
Shout out.
But I tell them, like, when I think about love, I think about my friends.
Yeah.
And how we interact and how we've interacted since we were children.
Yeah, we kind of created our own family and support system from a very, very young age.
Yeah. It's my first time, like, outside of my family feeling that warm feeling.
Feeling supported, like feeling safe, Because that's kind of where I'm at. Because, like, love is so hard to describe, and it's so hard to define what in your life you would consider love. Because, some people, they're like, oh, I love this guy. Yeah, well, it's a pretty strong word to be thrown around. Because it is, like, it's someone who you, like...
care very deeply about.
Like a deep feeling that is so hard to describe, but gravitate towards this person because they might make you feel safe, they might make you feel secure, they might make you feel, supported, loved, whatever it is. It's just so hard to actually describe what it is because it can be so many different things that draw you to these people. Uses me though. Now that we brought it up, who's your? Let's talk about your first love.
Like romantic love.
Romantic love. Like from what
I feel
you
like
remember.
I feel like everybody knows who my first love was. Like everybody in our circle or everybody around us. But first love was in high school, and it was my first serious relationship. And I was very immature,
Mm-hmm.
I was a child, and so it didn't work out. Most high school relationships don't, which is okay. It's fine.
That's fine.
But yeah, my first love. I feel like your first love is truly something you never forget. But it was cool when it was cool.
Right.
I'll say that.
I was thinking
Yeah.
more. So I wasn't thinking her actually. That's not who
Really?
I was thinking of.
No?
No. I mean, like, yeah, that was your first like serious relationship, but like,
When you say first love, I mean, yeah, if we're talking about like first love romantically or first love period.
I was saying period.
Oh, what? My mom? Come on now.
No,
My
no,
mom.
not. I mean, yeah, romantically, but like a crush that like turned into much more than a
Oh,
crush.
yo, hold on. Yeah,
Was that?
yeah. No, it would have been her. It was.
It was her. I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, it was her. We met like at some ROTC events, and then we were at a game one day, and we were talking, and I was just like we did start out as friends, and
Yeah.
then I was just like, wow.
Let me.
And
I'm gonna,
honestly, back then,
I'm
when you're
gonna
in high school,
mute.
I feel like you always.
I'm gonna mute my
Oh, go
mic
ahead.
and tell you who I thought it was gonna be.
Okay.
Or would you not
Mm.
consider that like a love, or was that more just like a?
No, you're right. See, and this is why I relate love to you guys so much, because you guys at most times know me better than I know myself.
Hold on, let
which
me
is
write down
amazing.
that timestamp so that I can go back and make sure that it actually muted. It was like 6:10.
Yeah, no, all right.
Yeah.
Can they hear you now?
They can hear me now. I unmuted.
Okay, yeah. Guys, I stand corrected. My best friend knows me best, clearly. But no, my first love was actually in elementary school
That's
with a
kinda
girl
what I thought.
around the neighborhood. Yeah, a girl around the neighborhood that we all used to hang out with, me, him, our cousins, our family, and our friends. And yeah, no, she was really cool. We ended up moving away from each other. We were literally children, but Star, everybody remembers Star though.
Okay. Now I'm not.
I feel like
now
that
I
was
feel
also
weird about-
Shaquan's first love.
I feel weird about muting it now since you already said it, but
Yeah, but
Whatever.
I stand corrected. That's true.
so I guess it
That's
doesn't
true. I
matter.
do remember. I forgot all about that. Wow,
Yeah.
good catch, Ryan. That was a good catch.
Since I don't want to do the.
How about you?
Oh, mine. I gotta say, this girl Morgan in middle school. I didn't really start liking girls until about middle school, and
When you were in Maryland?
no, this was at Blair.
At Blair. Okay.
No, this girl, she was like a. She did a lot of like, she was very athletic. She did a lot of stuff, and she was. I don't remember a whole lot about her. I remember she was vegetarian and ginger, and she was athletic. That's all I really remember about her. And I did remember that I lied a lot to try and get her to like me, because that's just the kind of kid I was. And it worked until I could not lie. Like, I literally told her that I was also a vegetarian, but made no effort towards it. Like, I would just go to school with my regular lunches and stuff and just say, oh, it's not real meat. Like, I would lie. Like, I'm sitting here like eating a turkey sandwich. She's like, what's that? And I was like, soy. Like, that's, like, I would not even fucking,
Obviously.
not even try. And she's just looking at it like, yeah, like she was also
It
very
worked.
smart too. And it I don't know if you've run into this. You've run into this a lot, but I don't know. It seems like everybody that I liked in like middle school and high school, they ended up becoming gay. And not just bi, but gay,
It's
like
very
lesbians.
telling. Yeah, straight up. Just that's true. Literally everybody you talk to in middle school and high school are
Yes.
just lesbian
They're
now.
just, there's
So
lesbians
that's
now.
crazy.
Like Morgan, lesbian. Our mutual friend, lesbian. Like,
Yeah.
I've got a bunch too, and I'm like, is it me? Like, it's not me because this one was in middle school and she didn't, become a lesbian until like
I don't know.
junior year of high
There's
school.
a constant here, you know.
Listen,
We got to look at all
it's
the
not something I want
all
to
the
talk.
facts.
I haven't gone through enough therapy to talk about this. Okay, like because I will blame myself and then I'll get really sad.
No, don't do that. It's okay.
But
It's not your
anyway,
fault.
so I'll be like, it's me. I turned women gay. Come on. One of the girls that I used to date a couple years ago is getting married to a woman like like this year.
See? See?
It's me.
I don't know, bro. I was trying to be on your side. I was trying to be supportive, but let's be honest here.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, I've only really been in love like a couple of times though. Like things that I can really like remember being in love. Like looking at this person being like, I am completely content like growing old with this person. Like
Right.
very few people I've looked at like that and meant it.
Yeah. It's
'cause
been
it's-
three.
About 3 for me. Yeah.
3, yeah.
Which obviously the woman I'm with right now, I've already reserved some headstones for us to put next to each other, like not actually, but
Mm.
you get the vibe.
Yeah, we get it.
Not like I'm going to kill her and then me. I mean like I'm
See, I was waiting for you to skate over it, and then you revisited it.
I mean more, I love this woman that I'm with right now. I want to be with her forever. I want to create a family. I want to die with her. Not die with her, but like I want us to be buried next to each other. Like what? Jesus, I am not making anything better. But you know what I mean.
No, it's all right. That's what love
Right.
does to you. You don't know
ramble.
what to say. You start fumbling over your words. Yeah, that's true love.
I did buy her an orchid today too. I'm gonna bring it over after we're done recording, because we are also gonna be recording a little bonus episode, which is gonna be a nice little treat. Very exciting stuff. So, dropping an exclusive little thing that I had the idea of that I've been wanting to do bonus episodes for a bit, but this one I want to do this tonight because I really want to talk about this thing. But anyways,
And you guys will probably enjoy it too. So tune in.
if you like what it's about, but
Yeah.
obviously you don't have to.
You
You can read the title and figure out whether or not you'd like it.
Right.
But so I asked you to prepare something because you brought up the idea of doing like a love thing and then doing like
Right.
like meet cute stories, right? Like finding some cute like meeting stories on Reddit or something. But I thought of us doing our own because and specifically people who we met that we basically fell in love with within the first hour and then never saw them again. Like that kind, like not quite like the one that got away, but just like the person, like you're just like, what
Right.
the fuck just happened? Like that kind of deal.
Right.
So Michaela, if you're listening to this, I apologize. I am going to be talking about this woman that I had met, but yeah, you go ahead and go first.
Okay. Before I go, I do want to say, my baby is right behind me. But she's got headphones on. She's watching Days of Future Past. Oh nope. This is first class, so
Oof.
it's okay. We're good. She's tuned in, but I do have a couple of these. I'm gonna go through 2 of them because I don't want to hold up too much time.
I really
But
only have the one.
one-
God.
Yeah, mine are gonna be short though. I have one that I would say it was like a love. My mom remembers the story and everything. We were in Florida going on a cruise. Before we got on the cruise, we were staying at a hotel, right? And I was 13 years old, right? I met this girl going to the pool, and I was just talking to her, and I was like, oh yeah, she's super cool. And then, like, our rooms were right across from each other, so we'd be waving at each other through the window, and I would be like, say hi, be a a little kid and everything, and then we go down. I had a little crush, it was cute. And I saw her every single day for the week that we were there. And when I went to leave, she was crying and I was crying, and it was probably the cutest thing on the planet to my parents. But I remember the emotional turmoil I was going through
actual heartbreak
when we were getting ready to go back home. Yeah. Like my parents were like, "Oh, it's okay. You're fine." Like, and me as a 13-year-old child, I was just like, I'll never love again.
What am I gonna do for the rest of my life without this random person?
Right, without this girl that I've been with for 5 days, that I've talked to for 5 days. Yeah, can't believe it.
That
And then when I came home, the second story is that when I came home, my sister had a foreign exchange student staying at our house, and then I fell in love with her, and that was it. Yeah, she had to go back, and then I went through it all over again, 2
Right.
weeks in a row. You hate to see it.
you hate to see. You immediately forgot about the girl on the boat.
Yeah,
Just
bro, she was gone. She was gone. She didn't
It's like,
even
oh,
exist.
who is this? I'm 13. My attention span is garbage. That's okay. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And it's definitely like the vibe of mine of just
Yeah.
but it wasn't me on vacation. We used to live in Virginia Beach, and we used to go to these concerts on the ocean front. It was always these small time, and I think it was the Navy band, because my dad was in the Navy band. And so we used to go to these concerts all the time, and so we're sitting there, the beach is behind us, and I see this girl, and I wave at her. I did not talk to women that much in high school up until like maybe sophomore year. I see her, and I'm like, I just wave at her instinctively. Had no clue why. And she waves back, and she's just gone. Like, she walks away. And then I see her again, and she walks up to me and starts talking to me, and I'm like, oh. I at this point, I don't think I had ever been approached by a woman. Like, and there are some people who never get approached by women. Like, it's just a weird feeling of like, are you about to ask me for money? Like, what do you want? Like, it's that weird feeling of just like, the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? That's not your job. Like, I'm like 14, 15 years old at this point, and I'm of course I'm like, what's going on here? And she's just like flirting, and she was really cute, and so we just went on a walk. Like, we just started walking on the boardwalk, or up and down the ocean front. Her name was Hannah, and she was on vacation from like Pennsylvania, I think. And she's like, we're leaving tomorrow. And immediately, like, my heart shattered. Like, I'm like, I'm 15 actually, I think, at this point, and we're under the boardwalk, and we're making out. And it was one of those, like, that first kiss, like, you kiss her, and it's like everything just aligns. Like, it's the kiss of the century for me at 15 years old. Like, I'm like, holy shit, she's the one. I have to go talk to her father and convince him to move here. Like, I'm like, and he's like, who the fuck is this kid with my daughter? Like, and I'm like, we're in love. Like,
We're in love is crazy.
I'm your new son. Hello, take me back with you. Like, and then I got her Instagram. She left, and I never saw her again. And then I was heartbroken for like a week, and then I moved on because I'm 15. But that was like, I was like damn sure. I was like, this is the woman for me for sure.
This is it.
It.
It's crazy how sure you are at,
I was
like,
sure.
13, 14, 15.
Yeah, and I'm
ridiculous.
sure a week after that, I was also sure about somebody else. You know, that's just how it was. But like at that point, I don't think I had ever experienced anything like that. And so I was just, I was all in. I was like, this is the one. She can't leave. Huh? Like, I think she also ended up being gay.
Just from a kiss, bro.
Yeah, you hate to see it.
You're poisonous.
Yeah, Am I the chemical that was making the freaking frogs gay that Alex Jones was talking
Yeah,
about?
bro, it was you. It was you the whole time.
I wonder if I still have her on Instagram. That's crazy. I when I thought about that story, it was like, because you came up with the meet cute thing, and I was like, huh, interesting.
Yeah.
I can't wait to talk about that. That's really cool. And then I thought about that, and I was like, oh shit, I haven't thought about this person in forever. Like,
Yeah, you sparked a new memory with my actual first love. That was crazy. I didn't even remember that. Once you said
Star.
it was like everything. Yeah, she's cool. She's cool. Still friends. You know, we were very, very young. We were literal children back then. Elementary school.
The question, I do not still have Hannah on Instagram. Don't know what happened. Don't know when it happened. But I think I was just too heartbroken and I removed her.
Happens, you know.
You know. No, wait, no.
Nobody knows.
So, I've got one. This one's kind of short. This one's from Reddit, and this is from a year ago. I moved from the U.S. to the U.K. almost 8 years ago. Made a couple friends here and there. One day, a friend invited me to a pub quiz. I guess that's trivia? I had worked all...
Yeah, it's like trivia at a bar.
I had worked all day, so I was tired, and I was also broke. She begged me and offered to buy me drinks, so I eventually agreed. I didn't bother to dress up or anything, just wore jeans and a nerdy t-shirt. We ended up randomly joining one of the regular quiz teams, and I got to talk to one of the guys about history and documentaries. We won the quiz, and I gave the guy my number. Happy to have a new friend to talk history with. He called me a couple of weeks later and asked if I wanted to meet for drinks and talk about documentaries. I said sure, went and had a good time. He called the next week and asked the same thing. Again, I said sure, thinking nothing of it. After a couple of beers, he suddenly hit me and I blurted out, "Oh, wait, is this a date?" He got very red and sort of mumbled that he was hoping so. We have been married for 6 years since then.
Oh. That's adorable.
That's adorable.
That is
I love
so
those.
cute.
I love those. Of just and that's a very normal story too. Like that's just like I randomly met this person. We went on a couple dates and I fell in love with this person.
Yeah.
So me and Michaela have this app. It's called Paired, and highly recommend other people get this app. It's literally just. They just ask questions to couples. Like two couples, sign up for the app and they kind of like link to each other. And then the app asks you both a question. And then when you answer the question, it reveals what the other person said about it. And it can be anywhere from, what do you think Michaela's favorite meal is? Or what is your favorite thing that Michaela cooks? Or when was the last time you guys talked about money? When it could be anything, for the relationship, and it just kind of gives you a better idea and puts you both on the same page on certain topics. And so we both have this app, and I can't remember where I was going with this. But
Paired app.
Yeah.
Answer questions about each other. Yeah.
Yeah, I really think that people should. One of the questions on it was, what was the moment that you realized you were in love with Michaela? And
talk about it. Yeah.
Mine, and I hope Michaela's okay with me talking about this, but mine, I have some problems from my last job. I have some PTSD from working in the jail. Also some past experiences regarding firearms. I used to, I don't have them anymore. I used to have nightmares real bad. And this was maybe like a month and a half, maybe 2 months into us dating. Probably not even. And we're sleeping. I'm having a nightmare. And it's like a particularly bad one. And I wake up in a panic. I'm sweating. I was shaking. I was like reaching towards the where I didn't bring it that day, but it was reaching towards like where I usually put my gun. Like I was like ready to fight somebody or fucking kill somebody or whatever. I don't remember what the dream was about. All I remember was it was about the guy who had, attempted to shoot me. He was in the house. That was my dream. And so I wake up in a panic, and this was maybe like the fourth time I'd actually slept over at her house. And she just grabs me and she pulls me in, and she was dead asleep. And then she just kind of, comforted me for a bit. And then at that point, I actually even let it slip out. I had told her that I loved her. And she just goes, "Shut up, not the time." And then just kept me calm. And just didn't, and so that was actually the moment when she was taking care of me, and probably one of the worst moments for me to be in a bed with somebody else. Like, it was so embarrassing, and then it just wasn't embarrassing. That's probably the moment that I had really realized, like, okay, I have to, this is my person. I'm going to be with her for the rest of my life. Like, from that moment on, I was just like, this is who I'm going to be with. I really hope she's okay with me telling that story. I'll ask her once we're done recording. I'll cut it if it's not, but
but it's such a nice story.
It's so nice. It is very personal for us though.
Personal,
it's a very intimate moment. But I do highly recommend everybody get paired for you and your partner. It's very nice. Actually, all of my sisters with their partners have it too. It's cool. Shout out Paired. They do a good job over there. They definitely.
Hey, if you guys want to sponsor us,
hell yeah,
we will not say no.
Hell yeah,
not say no.
Sure. I've got a couple. I didn't really read these stories. I didn't. I just found a good thread. So this one's kind of short. In 2002, one of my favorite bands, The Starting Line, was playing at a show in Hollywood. Therefore, I made plans to visit my grandparents who live close by. The night of the concert, I arrived to the venue, and I'm just standing in line, not really talking to anyone. All of a sudden, this cute girl in line gets behind me. I comment on her shirt, tattoos, and piercings, and I planned on leaving it at that. However, when she said thank you, I saw that smile for the first time, and it just drew me in to say more. By the end of the night, I had the cute girl's name... AIM, fucking the the instant messenger from 2002 threw me off for a second.
Oh my god.
AIM name, and planned to stay in contact despite living a few hours apart. 3 months later, we moved in together. 22 years later, we went and saw that band because that caused us to meet, and we sang our hearts out all over again. So cute. So freaking cute.
It is, but now I feel like this episode is too cute. I don't want to.
It's too wholesome.
It's too much.
We haven't had a wholesome episode yet. Where's the drama?
Yeah, that's true. We haven't had a wholesome episode in a while. Maybe our Marvel episodes, but no, it's adorable.
Yeah, it's definitely a cute one.
That makes you feel like
we need a buffer for it being too cute. Do we need something like dark?
No. I was just gonna say, this just goes to show you guys listening. Just don't go searching for it because it'll come to you. When you stop searching, that's focus on yourself, do your thing, and they'll just fall into your lap, or you'll fall into their hands, or it's coming.
You do just kind of have to. I'm not so. A lot of what a lot of people might say, which I actually kind of agree with, but I'm not a religious person. You gotta just kind of let God do His work, or the universe, or whoever you believe in. Just kind of
let them do their work.
Let them work on you. They're still working. So yeah, that's. I'm trying to remember the story.
We should do a buffer.
Let me find a quick little Reddit story. Hold on.
Yeah, do your thing.
Yeah.
I want to say something outlandish just to This is
That was
something
too
up.
long. Hold on. Let me just grab a quick little "Am I the asshole?" real quick.
What? Yeah? Let's switch up the love. Let's see.
This one's pretty short. Okay.
Love on the other side.
Am I the asshole? Didn't get my wife breakfast.
How could you?
Hopefully
You
this one's
dirty
like.
bitch.
Hopefully this one's like a. Not you dirty bitch. You piece of
Bitch
shit.
asshole.
I think
Yeah,
I think that is crazy. Actually, already, I'm not even gonna like read this yet, but like, you
That
live with
sounds
someone,
crazy.
you live with somebody, you go out to get something, and you don't grab them anything.
You
That is
don't grab them
mad
anything? That's
disrespectful.
crazy.
Like every
That's
time
crazy.
Michaela stops anywhere, she texts me. It doesn't matter if we're not even planning on hanging out that day. She's at Starbucks. She's like,
Yeah.
hey, do you want some Starbucks? She lives 30 minutes away. She's gonna drive me to get some Starbucks? What? All right, like it's just how it is, and that may be because we're still, it's still new. Maybe I don't know, 10 years. But I hope 10 years from now, if she's at Starbucks and on her way home, she just gets what she knows that I like, like because she knows I'm home. All right. Anyways, sorry.
It doesn't. You're like mad at me. You
Yeah.
know, so it's like an indicator. It's cool.
Am I the asshole? Didn't get my wife breakfast. I woke up this morning craving a bagel, so I asked my family if anybody else would like a bagel. My daughter said yes. My wife said no. As I was leaving, she asked if I could get her a muffin. Anything but corn. She doesn't like corn muffins. Note that our bagel shop sells precisely two things, bagels and muffins. By the time I get there around 8:30, they're sold out of all but 2 corn muffins. So I get my bagels and text my wife, sorry, no muffins. I pay and leave. As I'm coming home, she's texting me, what am I going to eat? I tell her that we have the overnight oats in the fridge that I bought for her. These egg things that she likes. She responds, whatever, I'll just get the corn muffin. By this point, I'm almost home. Now she's sulking.
Yeah, because why wouldn't you? Never mind. Keep going. My bad.
Now she's sulking because everyone else has a fancy breakfast and is refusing to eat anything else and is mad that I didn't go get her breakfast from somewhere else. Or
Now you sound like an asshole.
Yeah. Or I suppose turn around and get her a corn muffin. I'm really trying to see things from her perspective here. Am I the asshole? Now, she says, get me a muffin. Is that the only fucking place that sells muffins?
Right.
Is that
You
the
can't go
only
anywhere
place?
else.
You can't go anywhere else? You didn't drive by anywhere. And also, so woke up this morning craving a bagel. He said it's about 8:30 when he gets there. He doesn't say what time he left. So I don't know how far away this place is, but I guarantee there's another place that sells muffins.
No. So sorry, no muffins, and then just leaving is insane.
Oops.
Like and maybe it's just me, but if it was me and something wasn't there that my partner wanted, I'd call them and say, like, are you sure you don't want anything else? Right? I'm not just gonna be like, nope, no muffin for you. I'm out of here.
Once you stop
like,
thinking about your partner when you're out and about and grabbing things, that's usually when you. And I'm not. That's very extreme to be like you don't love her. Like that's super extreme. But like
it's just inconsiderate.
It is very inconsiderate.
Crazy.
And first off, I'm reading this and I'm thinking a bit of the unreliable narrator side.
Mm-hmm.
Because what fucking place only sells bagels and muffins?
And muffins, where are you going?
No donuts, no Danishes, no like what the fuck kind of place?
Bro went to his mom's house and told her that they only have corn muffins.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Like they only have bagels and now this note that our bagel shop sells precisely two things: bagels and muffins. Okay, it's a bagel shop. Why do they sell muffins anyways? If they're a bagel shop, if they sell bagels and muffins, no cookies.
Are they a bagel shop or a bakery?
I think it's a bakery. I think it's a bakery.
It's probably a bakery.
And he's just like,
I
nope,
think this guy's an idiot.
no muffins, only corn muffins left.
Maybe
No.
he's not an asshole. Maybe he's just stupid.
I think he wrote this specifically to try to cater to himself. So he's like, they only sell muffins and bagels. They're out of muffins, so she gets no muffin. Like, get her a fucking bagel.
He just sounds crazy. He's like, why did he have to throw in that the breakfast was so good? You know, what did he say about the breakfast? Like, we all get this lavish breakfast.
Oh, now she's sulking because, quote, everyone has a fancy breakfast, end quote.
What the fuck? Oh, he said quote. Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
she
got
said
you,
that.
got you. Okay, she said that. Okay.
She said she wanted a muffin, and so she doesn't like corn muffins, is what she said. Anything but corn. Did she say she doesn't like bagels? Get her a fucking bagel.
Right. Get her a bagel.
There are other things. It's like, hey, they didn't have this, so I got you this instead.
Call her.
Right.
Like, don't just send a text and be like, nope, no muffin.
How fast did you
home.
leave that place with nothing for her
was ready
to where
to
when
go.
she finally decided to just eat the corn muffin, you were almost home? Like, what the fuck? You didn't
This
stop
nigga
for
was
gas.
thinking about the bagel the
He
whole
was
time.
so
bro.
hungry. Like, so, all right. Yes. The answer is yes. You are the asshole. Soft asshole.
Okay.
Not like
was
she
nice.
needs to leave you, but soft asshole.
Yeah, no, but you should probably think sometime. You
Yeah.
know, just think for a second.
Yeah. Glad you got your daughter
that was
some
a nice
food,
buffer.
but yeah, nice little buffer. Let's get back to the super crazy
I
wholesome
appreciate
shit. I'll grab one more, and then I think we can probably come up with the rest ourselves. You know.
Yeah.
Hold on. That's the concert one. This one's kind of on brand because I only read the last sentence. Okay. Years ago, Instagram recommended this girl to me because we had a lot of mutual followers. She was pretty, but mainly she had an interesting face. Okay.
Okay.
I did some drawings of her and forgot about her. Interesting. A few years later, I was quite drunk at a party in a group conversation when I realized I'm on a two-seater couch. I turned to see who I was sitting next to, and it was the same girl. I stared at her for a few moments, and then I blurted out, "I've drawn you." We dated for a while, but then she dumped me. I have a feeling she realized I was gay before I did.
What? The roller coaster world.
The roller coaster. Yeah. That is okay. As like an artist, this has nothing to do with love. As like an artist, like that I'm not an artist. I'm saying like the concept of just seeing people that are interesting and be like, huh, and then just drawing them. Huh. That's pretty cool. Yeah. I think that's like a. It is. It's probably really good practice, but like,
wish I had.
What a pickup line of just, holy shit, I've drawn you before.
Yeah.
Quite an interesting.
And then showing them the drawing, that's a real way to reel them in, you know. Good for you. Good for you. But I guess, you know, you weren't into it anyways. I guess.
I guess so. I mean, I don't know. I don't understand a whole lot of. I mean, I'm not gay. I've never had to come out, and I've never had to, you know, do anything like that. So it's very hard for me to grasp a lot of it, you know. But the whole, she's like, I guess she realized I was gay before I did. And I was like, how? How the fuck did she do that? Like, I don't know.
I would imagine like some people truly, you know, they just don't know.
They just don't know why they're not attracted to certain people, and then they realize it at some point. I mean, I get that part, but it's just so crazy sometimes being like, it's like, I was always wondering why I was never happy, and then I tried women before. Like, all right. Like,
are you talking about all the women that have talked to you?
Yes. Okay. Exactly. Oh God. Trying to think now. I'm like thinking how many women that I've been with that are now gay. I'm like, oh shit.
In retrospect, you were very woman-like back in the day.
Thank you for adding back in the day. Makes me feel a little better. Yeah, I think so too. You know, I was a dancer. I was in theater. Grew up with sisters, you know. I think you remember one of the first like semi-serious relationships that I was in with Shayla.
When you when you moved to Wisconsin?
No, this was in high school.
Shayla was in high school in
yeah.
Virginia.
This was in high school when I lived in Virginia Beach, so after I moved from Maryland.
Maryland. Okay.
I don't think he even had a serious relationship in Maryland.
Shayla. Oh, no, I do remember Shayla.
Yeah. She used to be real big, lost all that weight.
Yeah.
Congrats. Shout out Shayla.
Congrats. Yeah.
She that one was one of those ones where you almost like with your first, serious girlfriend, where you're in love and it makes you do some very questionable things that if you weren't in love you would never think of, like
right.
I'm very I love my mom. I respect my mom. She, like, my love for this woman made me kind of not be as respectful to my mom as I should have been, I mean, it's high school, and that just kind of happens. But, like, my mom was pointing out things. She was like, I don't like this about this girl. And it would royally piss me off that she would say that.
Enrage you.
Yeah, I was like, and now that I'm thinking about it, like, she would bring these things up that she would do. And I'm thinking about it, like, now, I'm like, yeah, that's not cool. Yeah. And I have to make sure now every person that I get with doesn't do this. Like, and this was in high school, so, Shayla would come over and just not greet my parents.
That's crazy.
At the time,
like going into somebody else's house and not greeting.
And at the time, I didn't even think about it. Obviously, like, that's not something that's on my mind. But, like, my mom was like, that's really rude. Like, she's in my house. And she doesn't come in and say... That was a
complaint that our parents had about Trevor, too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and, like, you guys, whenever you guys would come into my house, the first thing you would do is, greet my parents.
Go say hi, yeah.
You'd knock on the door and actually make sure it's fine. Yes. Your parents would beat people's asses. It doesn't matter. Belt to ass, whoever's kid it was, doesn't matter. But... no, it's just rude. And I didn't think about it then. And I was just like, you just don't like her. Like, you're just coming up with reasons not to like her. You just don't want me to, whatever. Like, whatever excuse I was coming up with. And it ended up actually being a bit of an issue about, like, and my mom is very smart in terms of psychology. She's like, she's literally trying to get you to not like me. It's like trying to drive a wedge. And it was working at a time. And this is no hate to Shayla. Like, I've kept up with her throughout the years, not for a long time now, but, like, we stayed semi-friends in our adult life too. Like, we're both very, very different people. So I'm not talking about the Shayla of now, obviously. But
people do change.
People change, and she has changed a lot by this point, and so have I. But she drove a pretty thick wedge between me and my mom at one point, and it was very subtle. Like, I don't even know if she was really, like, trying to do that, like, specifically, but that's what was happening. That's the only time that's happened before, because I was like, that's never happening again. Like, after I was done with that shit never. And your first love,
it's crazy.
Not your first relationship tried to do that with me and you at one point.
Yeah, but it was a lot. Like you said, it was high school. It was. I just want to talk about what you said about being different people, because who I was with my first love and who I am with my current one is, you would not think that we were even the same.
Oh, I thought you were, at that point, I thought you were just not a good person at that point. But I was like, this has been my best friend for damn near 10 years. Like, I can't, it's not, I'm in. I support him.
I was fighting people for no reason.
You weren't a good dude, and you weren't a good boyfriend. And I was just like, he's my friend. I'm not going to be the one to tell him that. Like,
yeah. That's why a lot of things that she was doing, I have to take responsibility for, because I pushed her to do those things. And then by the time that I stopped doing things or pushing, it was too late. I had already put her through everything that she could be put through. So I have to take responsibility for that.
Yeah.
And I was able to apologize for a lot of that. We did rekindle, and we're
When?
cool. We're cordial.
When did that happen?
Last year.
Oh, so
Last year.
recently.
I told you
Okay.
about it. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
kind of did. I remember you talking about it a
Yeah,
little bit, but
because it wasn't like a big thing, we ended
yeah,
up
I remember you just
connecting
saying
through
like, "Oh, you know
social media and
who I've
just
been talking to for a bit." I'll cut that out. My bad.
please. But yeah, it was
Yeah,
just,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
you know,
But
just
yeah,
bleep it out.
yeah, I'll bleep that. But I'll have to figure out how to do that first, but I'll do it. Uh,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's a very. We were definitely not me too. I was like, I was not a good dude.
Completely
I have
different.
not been a
Like
good
when I
person
say
my life. Like
because
growing
of who
up.
I was, yeah. I was just gonna say because of who I was when I was in that relationship in high school, I literally see people who are 21 and under as children because you are. Like
Right.
you're a child. There's you haven't learned much emotionally. Maybe you have, and if you have, that's really good. But a lot of you have not learned a lot emotionally because you don't really have time to, which is, understandable. But for anybody out there, I just say focus on your mental health, get your stuff right. If you see some signs in yourself that maybe you should take a step back and reflect, I encourage you to do so.
For sure.
It'll help you out and you'll be at peace with it.
And also, if you do still blame yourself for things that you did years ago when
That
you
you,
were just such a
yeah,
different person,
you got to let that go too.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
because it'll eat you up.
if you know
It'll eat
damn
away.
well that you are not the type of person to do that shit again, and you did learn from
Yeah.
it, like you should actually be thanking yourself for teaching you that
For
lesson
moving on, right?
and moving on
Yeah,
from it. It's something
and
very,
growing.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like I've done a lot of bad things through my high school years, and not a lot of bad things. Like I wasn't like I wasn't going that crazy, but like I wasn't near. I was not a good boyfriend in high school. I was not a good man in high school. I wasn't a man yet, and I was learning how to be a man, but I was doing it the absolute wrong way. I did not care about women's feelings when I was in high school. I just didn't give a fuck, and it is something where I'm like, that's not going to happen again because I would kill somebody if they did
right.
that to my sisters.
Right.
So
I think about that all the time.
yeah. And
Yeah,
how
that's
I
not good.
treat, Michaela now is how it's because that's how I want my future daughters to be treated. That's how I want my sisters to be treated. I just think about it a lot more now, and I didn't think about it then. I never thought about like, well, how would I feel?
Because you were a child.
Yeah, I was a
That's,
kid. I wasn't thinking about other people. I was thinking about myself.
Right.
But now that I have children, that's why I think that way. I don't have any daughters yet.
Yeah.
I do want girls though. I want to be a girl dad so fucking bad. Like you have no clue.
I feel like I'm gonna be a girl dad. I could feel it.
Yeah. So I brought something up to you earlier. This has absolutely nothing to do with this topic. We're just closing in on what could be the end. We're about like 47 minutes in. And I also wrote down the timestamp of what I need to bleep, so I don't forget about that. But I brought up that motorcycle earlier that my grandpa is selling.
You talk about first loves as it pertains to vehicles, because we can do that.
We could do that. We could
go
do
ahead.
that too. No, but I was gonna tell you that you should buy it. But I will say my first love as it pertains to vehicles was a vehicle that I actually never even got to have. I was gonna be my first car. My coworker was selling it for $1,000, and it needed work. But it was a 1969 Impala with a kind of like one of those like sparkly metallic midnight blue paint jobs, and then it had a blood red leather interior. It was gorgeous. It needed like a new back window. It needed a new trunk, and I think it just probably needed a new battery because it was sitting for a while. But man, when I tell you, I've never fallen in love with an inanimate object at this point. I did at that point. I could not stop thinking about that goddamn car.
All right. That's solid.
Yeah.
That's solid.
My dad wouldn't let me get it because it was also engine swapped with like
Yeah.
this like 1950s drag racing truck.
Yeah.
So it was
You didn't
probably the
need it.
loudest thing on the planet.
Yeah. You did not need that.
No, I didn't. But I was so in love with that car. I wanted it so bad. I ended up getting a Chevy Spark for my first car. Little
Hey, a
fucking
car is a
blueberry.
car, you
Little,
know.
little blueberry riding around. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
This is,
That's a pretty solid one.
yeah.
I think my first, I know my first love. My first love was my first Challenger.
Oh, I thought it was going to be your dad's
was-
Charger.
No, my dad's Charger. I didn't really like it.
No.
Funny thing, Challengers are only my favorite car because of the first Fast and Furious movie. I thought Vin Diesel's car was a Challenger the entire time. It was a Charger, and I didn't find that out till 2018 when I got my first Challenger. And I was like, yeah, I had to get it because of Fast and Furious. And my boy, shout out Chris. He's he's doing his thing in DC. Shout out to you, Chris. But he was like, what are you talking about? I was like, Fast and Furious, how Vin Diesel has the Challenger. He was like, that's a Charger. And I was like, what? He was like, yeah, it's like I forgot what year it is. Charger. And
Was it the first Fast and Furious movie?
yeah, has it in the later too, but it's what is that Charger called?
Hold on.
Was I think it was a 1970. I'm pretty sure it's a 1970s
Dodge Charger RT.
Yeah, okay. And I love Challengers because it reminded me of the old. But that first Challenger that I had was my love, even though it was just an SXT, a nice silver. It was the first time I got in a Challenger, and it just felt so right. Driving it, being in it, everything just felt
I
right.
will say, Challengers are the only car that actually are like reminiscent of old muscle cars that are considered muscle cars. Because like Mustangs look nothing like muscle cars now. Camaros look nothing like muscle cars now, but Challengers kind of stuck to.
They stand true.
They stand true to the way the headlights are straight across from each other, the way the backlights are straight across from each other, and kind of that wide body look. I do love muscle cars, and that's actually why I do like Challengers. That's the only like newer car that I.
That's the only reason I like it.
If money wasn't an object, I'd get that. But if money wasn't an object, I'd be getting old cars only.
Right.
Like my
I'd be getting all classic cars.
Did just figure out my mom's dream car is a '65 Mustang. Those are gorgeous. This has been a great episode. I want to take the last couple minutes to talk about our sponsor, if that's all right with you, Mr. RJ. This podcast is brought to you by W Energy. I've actually had the chance to, sample now and have a better review of it. Because, it's an energy drink. I drank it throughout my bartending shift from 4 o'clock to 2 a.m. And I got to tell you, it was probably one of the easier shifts I've worked because I just was not tired. I think the only thing at the end was my feet hurt. I will say, don't drink Dubby within like 2.5, 3 hours of you going to bed, because it definitely works. Like it definitely keeps you awake.
It does. It definitely works.
Yeah, it works, and it's not like a Monster Energy. No hate to Monster, but like it's not like a Monster Energy where you get a lot of energy to get you through something real quick. It does work like for hours. Like as long as you're kind of sipping on it, like it can carry you for a long time. And I definitely exceeded the the recommended amount. The recommended amount for FDA is no more than 2 servings within a day. I definitely did probably like 3 or 4. So
You guys
don't
can't
do
see
that.
me, but I'm shaking my head.
Don't do that. But The Dub sauce is my favorite so far. The pomegranate blossom is definitely my second. I have had the Galaxy Grenade and the Dragonade before. Those are really good. My next purchase, I'm just very curious. I want to do the s'mores one. It looks interesting. You're supposed to mix it with milk, and I'm really into that. I'm intrigued. So,
The Shadow Monarch one is pretty good too. If you guys like Blue Raz, it's one of their special ones for now. It's limited, I believe.
it's that solo
So-
leveling collab, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So shout out Dubby. Thank you for sponsoring our podcast. You can use code STAYTRASH, all caps, no spaces, STAYTRASH, for 10% off all your purchases and the discount code when you're doing checkout. We appreciate all of you for listening.
Thank you guys. Like, subscribe, share.
That's how we get it out. You guys also should be sharing too. I will share as much as I possibly can, but it would be much appreciated if you guys would share. Also, put people onto Dubby too. I have
put
been.
people on
It's
the
very
W.
good.
Use our code. Send feedback, please. I know you guys aren't doing it, but start doing it. Send feedback and send Ryan hate mail, please. Please. I
And
need you at this point.
yeah, send me hate mail, and as always,
Stay trash.
Oh, hi, thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.